Right now, your habits are already shaping your future, whether you notice them or not. The question is not whether they are compounding, they are. The question is, in which direction? There's a quiet moment very early in the morning when your life is still untouched. No messages, no demands, no noise telling you who to be. And in that moment, the future does not arrive as a dramatic breakthrough. It arrives as a choice. A glass of water instead of the phone. 10 minutes of reading instead of 10 minutes of scrolling. One difficult task finished before the day pulls you in every direction. Most people are waiting for a turning point, but real success is usually much quieter than that. It is not one giant leap. It is one small action repeated with patience. Until the action becomes a habit, the habit becomes a standard, and the standard becomes your life. The most successful people are not always the most talented. They are usually the most consistent. They build simple habits and then they allow those habits to compound. A better morning compounds. A clearer mind compounds. A promise kept compounds. A day reviewed honestly compounds. This is good news because success is not mysterious. It is systematic. It can be learned and it can be built from ordinary days. You do not need to become a completely different person overnight. What lasts is a system you can repeat when you are tired, a system you can trust when motivation is low. And near the end, I'll show you the simple math behind why 1%, a number this small, can change everything. But first, we build the foundation. 7 habits make this possible. Win the first hour. Do the hardest thing first. Improve 1% a day. Protect your attention like capital. Keep the promises you make to yourself. Think in systems, not goals. And reflect and adjust every day. The first habit is to win the first hour. Your morning is not just the beginning of your day, it is the beginning of your mind. When you give the first hour to the world sets the tone. Notifications decide what you think about. Other people's priorities decide where your energy goes. Before you choose your direction, your attention is already scattered. Winning the first hour does not mean waking up at 4 in the morning. It means owning the first part of the day before the day owns you. One morning begins with the phone. News, messages, comparison, and small emergencies. Another begins with water, movement, silence, and a written plan. Same person, different starting point. Here is how you use this tomorrow. Before you sleep tonight, decide the first 3 actions of your morning. Make them small. No phone for the first 20 minutes. Drink water. Write down your top 3 priorities. That is enough. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to send your brain a clear message. I lead myself first. When you win the first hour, you give the day a stronger beginning. The second habit is to do the hardest thing first. Brian Tracy called this eating the frog. The frog is the task you are most likely to avoid. The important call, the focused writing, the workout, the uncomfortable decision. The work that would actually move your life forward. Most people start with easy tasks because easy tasks feel productive. They answer messages. They organize files. They prepare to begin. By the time they are ready, their best energy is gone. The hard thing gets pushed into tomorrow. This is how important goals die quietly. Not because people do not care, because they give their best energy to low-value work. Imagine 2 people with the same goal. One spends the morning watching advice and rearranging ideas. The other spends 90 minutes doing the work that creates the result. After one day, the difference is small. After 1 year, it is enormous. Here is how you use this tomorrow. At the end of today, ask one question. If I could only complete one task tomorrow, which task would make the biggest difference? Write it down. Then do it first, before messages, research, or small errands. Even 45 focused minutes can change the direction of a day. The hardest thing first is not punishment. It is respect for your highest potential. The third habit is to improve 1% a day, not 100% someday. This is the compound core. Many people delay progress because they are waiting for the perfect season, when work calms down, when they feel confident, when they have more time, when the plan is flawless. But life rarely opens a perfect doorway. Progress usually begins through a small opening. One page, one walk, one better meal, one skill practiced for 20 minutes. A 1% improvement can feel almost invisible. That is why people underestimate it. But the invisible is where compounding lives. A person who reads 10 pages a day may not look different tomorrow, but after a year, they have read thousands of pages. A person who improves one small part of their craft becomes difficult to compete with because they stayed in motion. Here is how you use this tomorrow. Choose one area of your life: health, money, skill, relationships, or mindset. Then ask, what is the smallest improvement I can repeat on a normal day? 5 minutes of stretching, 10 minutes of study, 1 paragraph written, 1 distraction removed. Small is not weak. Small is repeatable. And what is repeatable becomes powerful. You do not need a dramatic reinvention. You need a direction and a daily inch. The fourth habit is to protect your attention like capital. Attention is not just focus. Attention is life energy. Where your attention goes, your decisions follow. Your emotions follow. Your identity follows. If money was leaking from your bank account every 10 minutes, you would investigate. But many people allow their attention to leak all day long. A notification here, a short video there, a quick check that becomes 20 minutes. The cost is not only time, the cost is depth. And depth is where valuable work is created. A distracted person can be busy all day and still feel behind. A focused person can accomplish in 2 hours what others stretch across an entire day. Think of attention as investment capital. You can spend it on reaction or invest it in creation. You can spend it on comparison or invest it in mastery. Here is how you use this tomorrow. Create one attention rule. No phone during your first work block. 1 tab at a time. Messages only at set times. 30 minutes of deep work with everything else closed. Do not try to fix your entire digital life in one day. Start with one protected pocket of focus. Your attention is not unlimited. Treat it with respect, and it will begin to produce results. But keeping a promise through willpower alone is fragile. Willpower fades. A promise needs something that carries it when motivation is gone. That is why the next habit matters. That something is a system. The fifth habit is to keep the promises you make to yourself. Self-confidence is often misunderstood. People think confidence comes from positive thinking, and positive thinking can help. But deep confidence comes from evidence. It comes from knowing, I said I would do this, and I did it. Every kept promise is a vote for your identity. Every broken promise is also a vote. Not because you are weak, but because your mind is always learning what to expect from you. If you keep saying, I will start tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes, part of you stops believing your own words. But this is reversible. You rebuild self-trust one promise at a time. Here is how you use this tomorrow. Make one promise so small that keeping it is almost guaranteed. Then keep it. Do not make 10 promises. Choose one clear commitment. I will write for 10 minutes. I will prepare one healthy meal. I will take a walk after lunch. Then complete it and let yourself notice that you completed it. Discipline is not built by making intense promises. It is built by making honest promises and honoring them. When you keep your word to yourself, your future starts to trust you again. The sixth habit is to think in systems, not goals. Goals are important. They give direction, but goals alone do not create progress. A goal says, I want to write a book. A system says, I write 500 words every morning. A goal says, I want to get in shape. A system says, I train 3 days a week and walk after dinner. A goal says, I want to become financially stronger. A system says, I invest before I spend and I review my money every Sunday. Goals describe the result. Systems create the result. This distinction changes everything. Because you do not rise to the level of your wishes, you fall to the level of your routines. A person with a strong goal and a weak system gets tired. A person with a simple system can make progress on average days, and average days are where most of life happens. Here is how you use this tomorrow. Take one goal you care about, then remove the vague language. Ask, what is the repeatable behavior? What day? What time? What trigger? After I make coffee, I will write my plan. After work, I will walk for 20 minutes. Every Friday morning, I will review my progress. The goal gives you a destination, but the system is the road you actually walk. The seventh habit is to reflect and adjust every day. A day without reflection becomes a lesson you paid for but never collected. Every day gives feedback. Your energy gives feedback. Your results give feedback. Your distractions give feedback. Your emotions give feedback. But if you never pause, the feedback disappears into noise. Reflection is not self-criticism. It is not sitting at night and listing everything you did wrong. That creates shame, not growth. Real reflection is calm. It is honest. It asks, what happened today, and what can I learn from it? Imagine a pilot flying slightly off course. 1 degree does not seem like much. Over distance, it leads somewhere completely different. The pilot checks the instruments and adjusts. That is what daily reflection does for your life. Here is how you use this tomorrow. At the end of the day, take 5 minutes. Write 3 lines. What worked today? What did not work? What will I adjust tomorrow? If your morning was rushed, adjust the night before. If your attention was scattered, remove 1 distraction. If a task kept getting avoided, move it earlier. If you kept a promise, acknowledge it. The purpose is not to judge the day, it is to learn from it. A reflected day is never wasted, because even a difficult day can become useful when it teaches you how to live better tomorrow. Now, step back and look at the 7 habits together. Win the first hour. Do the hardest thing first. Improve 1% a day. Protect your attention. Keep your promises. Build systems. Reflect and adjust. None of these habits look dramatic by themselves. That is why they work. They do not depend on adrenaline. They do not require perfect conditions. They create a structure that carries you. And over time, structure becomes freedom. This is the power of compounding. If you improve by 1% every day, the math is not 1% times 365. It compounds. 1.01 to the power of 365 is about 37.8. That means a 1% daily improvement can make you roughly 37 times better in a year. Life is more complex than a formula, but the principle is true. Small gains, repeated, produce outcomes that feel impossible at the beginning. The opposite is true. 1% worse every day compounds downward. 0.99 to the power of 365 is about 0.026, almost nothing. Tiny neglect does not feel dangerous today, but repeated neglect quietly shrinks your options. And so we return to the question we began with. Your habits are compounding. The question was never whether, the question is, in which direction? You do not have to change your whole life this week. You only have to change the direction of your next few actions. Tomorrow morning, win the first hour. Choose the hardest thing and give it your best attention. Improve 1 small part of your life by 1%. Protect 1 block of focus. Keep 1 promise. Build 1 simple system. Reflect for 5 minutes before the day ends. That is enough to begin. When you repeat it patiently, you become the kind of person who can be trusted with bigger opportunities. Success is not always loud. Sometimes it looks like a calm morning, A difficult task completed, a promise kept, a lesson written down, a small improvement that nobody sees yet, but you see it, and that matters. Before you leave, ask yourself one honest question. Which one of these 7 habits would change the direction of my life the most if I practiced it for the next 30 days? Start there. And if you want more calm, practical ideas for building a stronger mind, subscribe to Compound Mindset. One day at a time, one habit at a time. That is how the future compounds.